Television spin-offs thrive when they manage to evolve beyond their roots while honoring the spirit of the original. CBS's Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, the latest offshoot of the beloved Young Sheldon universe, carries the torch of character-driven humor, heartfelt drama, and Southern charm. The series offers a new lens into the lives of Georgie Cooper and Mandy McAllister as they navigate the minefield of early marriage and young parenthood. But as the show finds its rhythm and continues to flesh out its ensemble, one character lingers on the sidelines: Connor, a relatively new addition whose brief appearances hint at a rich, untapped narrative potential. If Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage truly wants to reach the emotional and storytelling heights of its predecessors, it must make the bold decision to give Connor more screen time. A character with quiet depth. Introduced in the latter episodes of Young Sheldon, Connor came across as a quiet, observant teenager who often hovered on the edges of scenes. He wasn't loud or attention-grabbing, but that's precisely what made him intriguing. In a world filled with big personalities, from Sheldon's genius rants to Missy's teenage angst, Connor offered a refreshing contrast, the type of character whose silence suggests he's thinking more than he says. In Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, Connor is no longer a peripheral teenager. He's now at a stage in life where his choices, relationships, and internal battles could be just as compelling as those of the leads. But the show has yet to truly capitalize on that. The bridge between generations. One of the unique challenges of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is balancing the maturity of young adulthood with the lingering chaos of youth. Georgie and Mandy, though legally married, are still learning how to be partners, parents, and individuals. Connor, whose age places him somewhere between late adolescence and early adulthood, could act as the bridge between the next generation and the one just ahead of him. He's close enough in age to babysit Cece, Georgie and Mandy's daughter, yet old enough to offer his own take on the mistakes he sees them making. His character could serve as a grounding influence or even a cautionary tale, a mirror of Georgie's younger self, or perhaps an example of someone trying not to repeat the same family mistakes. Friendship potential with Missy and Cece. Let's not forget Connor's past connection with Missy Cooper. In Young Sheldon, they shared subtle moments that hinted at mutual understanding, if not affection. Reigniting that thread could serve both characters well. Missy, struggling with her own identity as a young adult and feeling overshadowed by her family's legacy, might find in Connor a confidant who understands what it's like to be on the outside. Moreover, the show could explore a unique dynamic between Connor and Cece, even if she's still a toddler. Connor is a sort of uncle figure, one who bonds with her through art, stories, or quiet play, would show a softer side of his character. Think of the warmth and emotional resonance that could emerge from a young man with a complicated past forming an innocent, joyful connection with the child at the heart of the show. Untapped backstory. Every great character has a past that shapes their present, and Connor's is largely a mystery. What's his home life like? Why does he carry himself with such reservation? Does he harbor ambitions beyond the small town, or is he content to remain in the shadow of more outspoken peers? Giving Connor more screen time could mean finally exploring these questions. Perhaps he comes from a difficult home. Maybe he has a passion, photography, music, mechanics, that he's kept hidden because no one ever asked. In shows like Friday Night Lights or This Is Us, it's often the quiet characters with unexplored backstories who deliver the most emotionally potent arcs. Connor could be that character for Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Contrast to Georgie. Connor also provides an ideal counterbalance to Georgie Cooper himself. Where Georgie is impulsive, headstrong, and charmingly clueless at times, Connor is cautious, introspective, and grounded. A friendship or even low-key rivalry between the two would be a goldmine of comedy and character development. Picture this: Connor giving Georgie unexpected advice on fatherhood, or being the only one who can get Cece to sleep. Maybe he helps Mandy with something Georgie forgot, leading to a flash of insecurity that forces Georgie to grow. Their dynamic could evolve from awkward mutual tolerance to genuine respect. In this way, Connor could serve as both a foil and a catalyst for Georgie's growth. Representation of the everyman. One thing young Sheldon often did well was portraying the lives of working-class Americans in small-town Texas with authenticity. Connor's character fits perfectly within that legacy. He's not a Cooper or a McAllister. He's not a legacy kid. He's not tied to brilliance or dysfunction or overachieving relatives. He's just a guy. That everyman quality makes him incredibly valuable in a show that often swings between emotional high stakes and sitcom-level hijinks. With more screen time, Connor could become the lens through which we experience the quieter aspects of life in Medford. The small joys, the quiet losses, the slow, deliberate paths some people take. That's powerful storytelling, and it's currently missing from the show's core. Fans are ready. Finally, let's not underestimate audience interest. Online forums, Reddit threads, and fan pages have all begun picking up on Connor's potential. Some want to know more about his relationship with Missy. Others speculate that he may be quietly dealing with mental health struggles, a storyline rarely explored in this universe. There's already a foundation of curiosity and support. The writers only need to build upon it. Conclusion. A character waiting in the wings. In a show named Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, it's understandable that the spotlight leans heavily on the titular couple. But great series know that supporting characters often carry the emotional weight that makes a show unforgettable. Connor, with his quiet presence, untapped backstory, and potential for growth, is one such character. It's time for the show to take a risk, to peel back the layers of the shy young man in the corner and let him step into the light. Not as a sidekick, not as comic relief, but as a fully realized human being with his own story to tell. Because sometimes, the characters who say the least have the most to show us, if we're just willing to watch. Let me know if you'd like this rewritten in a different tone, e.g., fan blog style, script format, etc., or shortened into a pitch or summary.